Alright, man, we're coming off an amazing season where when I starting on this team, we didn't lose a single game, and I ended up winning Heisman because of how good we were. And I mean, me and Jalen with an eye, we was balling all season last year. Somehow he didn't win Blitnikoff, which was crazy. But I'm coming into this season knowing that it's probably gonna be a lot tougher than it was last year, because basically every single receiver that started other than Jalen with an eye were all seniors. So doggone. Now, with this new receiving core, I'm gonna have to prove that I can do what I did last year this year without all that talent I had last year. And this first practice right here is a very, very important practice. This is the practice where I get to determine who's gonna be that receiver 2. We already have the one that's Jalen with eye, obviously. But this year, with obviously our receiver core being worse than it was last year, it's definitely gonna be a little bit tougher for me to find an open person. And I already know I'm probably gonna have to use my legs a lot more than I did last year. I'm pretty sure I ended up with around 800 yards rushing. I'm probably gonna have way more than that this season. And somehow Jalen Wood, I didn't win Blitnikoff last year, but I'm telling y'all right now, he's going to win it this year. He's the number one, clear number one, and he's gonna get the ball a lot. And I mean, the way he looked locked in coming into this practice, I already know he's trying to get that. But throughout this practice, I started realizing this guy, Landon Sampson, he's pretty good. We end up having pretty decent chemistry throughout this practice. And I'll probably be looking for him to be the number 2 receiver on this team. I mean, he's a sophomore transfer coming out of a small school that I don't even remember. But I could definitely tell that he got some dog in him for sure. And I just hope that he's ready for every time I need to give him that ball. Because I can't have nobody just dropping the ball, especially when we need a big play. But all I know is, as a team, we got to make sure that we working as hard as we can, because the defense, I'm pretty sure they'll probably be doing their thing. But for this offense, basically everybody on this team is new starting or just new to the team in general. And the only 2 people that's been here since last year is me and Jalen with an eye. So it might be a little tough starting off maybe the first couple games, but eventually we're going to get right and we're going to get rolling. And especially after the season we had last year, we're getting respect in the preseason polls. We're ranked number 9 right now. And this means that me and Jalen with Eye's goal of trying to get South Carolina their first national championship is a lot closer than we think. And this season, I think we could do it. We just gotta lock in. Now, even though basically the whole offense is completely new coming into this new season, me and Jalen with an Eye, we've been working very hard on especially our chemistry, but also just getting way better as our individual players. Because crazy enough, last year was actually our first year ever playing with each other. If you remember, we met each other on the game, so we really hadn't had any prior experience or chemistry playing with each other before. But now that we got a whole season under our belt playing together, and we also got the practices and everything, we're definitely looking forward to causing a lot of damage this season. And last year, I really feel like he was cheated out of his Blitnikoff. And this year, I'm gonna make sure he gets that. Because there's no doubt in my mind that he is the best receiver in college football, like without a doubt. So I'm looking forward to getting him the ball a lot more often than I did last season. And another thing I'm looking forward to do a lot more this year is running the ball, taking off, scrambling, picking up a lot of yards with my legs. Just with the fact that my receiving core obviously isn't as talented as we were last year. So they're probably not going to get open every play like they were last year. I'm going to have to actually read the defenses a lot more than I did last year, because I'm not going to be able to get carried by my guys. But all that means is I'm going to have to make the best out of what I have and try not to do dumb things like this almost on my first pick of the season. Playing against East Carolina right now, and I can already tell none of these cornerbacks can stay with my boy Jalen with an eye. Throwing that ball down the field, and he's gonna go ahead and score. He is way too fast for all of them. It's still the first quarter, and somehow defense ended up getting the stop, getting us the ball right back. Time is out in the first quarter, but I'm trying to make the most out of this quarter as I can, scrambling, picking up this first down. It's 3rd and 1 now here in the red zone. I'm immediately gonna go ahead and take off to the right side. Ain't nobody catching me. That boy over there tripped over and I'm getting in there for the tug. Just completely dominating this game so far, just like how we should be. I'm hitting my guy wide open in the seams. Omega Blake trying to score the touchdown, but he cannot get there. 1st and goal now. We run a QB wrap, and I'm gonna go ahead and keep this myself and go ahead and pick up the easy touchdown. Now, so far throughout this game right here, I've been realizing, yeah, my receivers, they've been getting open quite easily actually. Every single play, somebody's gonna be open. But what I gotta realize is it's not gonna be like this every game. But for this first game of the season, I'm gonna have to have as much fun as I can, build as much chemistry as I can, because the second game, it's gonna be crazy. Well, 30-7, but before I go ahead and get off this field, I'm gonna throw this deep bomb down the field to Jalen with an eye. Ain't nobody catching him, that's another touchdown. Came out, guns blazing in the first game of the season. Jalen with an eye, 8 catches, 245 yards, 3 touchdowns. Bro, just unguardable. But I'm gonna need him to be that again in this second game. As this week, we take on number 2 Georgia as we moved up to number 5 in the nation. If you remember what happened last year, just know I was on the bench, just watching the game happen as we got killed by Georgia. And I said that when I get on this field and I play them, I ain't finna lose to them. So that's something I'm definitely gonna have to back up in this game. Now, in my first drive, they was playing amazing defense, locking us up. But I saw my boy Sampson, our receiver 2, over the top, just burnt that DB, and he got in there for the first touch of the game. See, these are just the type of plays I'm gonna need from everybody else, because Jalen with I ain't gonna be able to do all the receiving by himself. Come on. Defense came through, got that stop after we scored a touchdown. On 1st and 10, I'm waiting for Jalen with I to get across. Got him picking up that first down. 2nd and 7, I'm immediately gonna go ahead, escape to the right side, and pick up this first down. Getting the block is great, blocking for my receivers, throwing that boy to the ground and getting out of bounds. And on 1st and goal, I had these same exact ideas I did last time. Running out to the right side and getting this tud. 2-score game. Something that we really didn't do at all almost last season was run the ball with our running back actually. But this year, we'll probably end up running the ball a little bit more since our receiving core isn't as good as it was last year. After picking up a pretty good run a while ago, we tried to do a play action, fake them out, but instead we had 2 blockers that could have picked up that guy that ended up sacking me. Nobody touched him. Crazy. Now, because of that, it's 3rd and 17, and I'm trying to pick up all these yards back, but I don't see anybody open. Trying to run out to the right side, amazing edge protection, I get sacked again. Luckily though, they end up getting stopped again. It might be the rain. Maybe they quarterback don't know how to throw the ball in the rain, but me, I'm used to it. Delivering this dot to the corner route, but he dropped the ball. Guess he not used to catching in the rain. But despite that, we still made our way down the field, getting into the red zone, and I'm waiting too long. Almost got sacked, ended up breaking that sack, running out to the right side. And another one of the new guys, Ken Austin, running with me, and he's scoring the tud. I ain't gonna lie, coming into this game, I expected Georgia to be a lot better than they are right now. I mean, we're up 21-3 in the second quarter with about 4 minutes left, but there's still 4 minutes left in the first half and the whole second half for them to come back. Me, I'm not looking forward to them coming back at all. 1st and 10, hitting my tight end, Nick, not gonna say his last name, and he fights for that touchdown, getting in there, extending the lead. So far, through that whole first half of football, we've been doing great. Defense been locked in. The offense, we've been locked in too. And the way the O-line been blocking for me, I've been having a good amount of time to wait for my receivers to get open. But then, right when I start talking good about blocking, on this play action, someone ended up going untouched, hit me behind the line, and I fumbled. They picked that ball up. Luckily for me though, after fumbling the ball, defense gave me another chance to try to extend this lead. But me being dumb, on the 1st and 10, running out to the left side, and I threw one of the dumbest passes I've ever threw in my life. And it's picked off, and they're already in good position. And now, because of me, it's 28-17. They're only 2 scores away, and on 1st and 10, once again, throwing another interception. This is just bad business. What am I doing? Well, like I said in the second quarter, it's a lot of football left. Because of me, they done came all the way back, and now they're in this game. It's only a 4-point game now, and I gotta make sure that we don't lose this game, because if we do, I'm never gonna hear the end of it. Especially at the last season, when I finally was able to start, I told my team that I'm not gonna lose the big games like playing Georgia. So I'm gonna have to do everything in my power to make sure that we win this game like we should have anyway. And so scrambling, trying to pick up this touchdown, but he just barely gets there and gets me out of bounds. 1st and goal, running the speed option. I'm gonna go ahead, taking myself, getting into the end zone, extending the lead. At this point in the game, their offense is now started to find out what they're doing, and they end up scoring last drive. And now I gotta make sure I do not allow them to take the lead. So on 3rd and 5, I'm gonna use my legs and picking up this big game. On 2nd and 5, doing the same thing. Running out to the left side almost immediately, running this edge rusher, picking up the first down and getting even more, getting all the way to 1st and goal. Now getting to the goal line, it's been hard. They've been playing amazing defense here in the red zone on 3rd and goal. I thought I'd be able to go ahead, pick up this touchdown myself, but amazing tackle. We might have to settle for 3 here. It's just crazy how much my team is saving me. Special teams faked the field goal and scored the touchdown. Georgia did too, but we're up 3 points. With about 2 minutes left, I gotta make sure we do not lose this ball. Well, we had a pretty decent drive. Up until here, we're getting into the red zone. And on 3rd and 7, I can't really find nobody open. Running out to the right side, and this guy in the flats came down to me. I had to run backwards and throw the ball out of bounds. Unfortunately, we got to go for the field goal. After getting that field goal, Georgia then made their way down the field. It's about less than 30 seconds left. They got no timeouts, and their quarterback almost ended up getting the game-winning touchdown, but luckily he overthrew it. Now, on 4th and 10, this game could be over right now. They ran a screen play, just throwing the defense off, and ended up picking up this first down somehow. But lucky for us, they didn't have any timeouts. On 3rd and 10, completed pass to the running back, but he wasn't able to go nowhere. Got tackled, and that time just kept going down, and we win this game. So the promise that I held about beating Georgia last season, you know what I'm saying, I kept it. Now, obviously, I did sell a good amount. I mean, I was the reason why they came back like that anyway, but luckily, I got a great defense and great special teams, and overall, just a great team around me. And I mean, other than the dumb plays I had, still ended up getting player of the game, an amazing game. But man, Georgia, they had came with a game plan. They was trying to stop Jalen Wood from getting the ball. I mean, he was 3rd in our team for receiving yards. That's how locked in they was on him. But I know he's for sure going to have a pretty good bounce back game here against Rice. They're unranked, so it shouldn't be as tough as a game as Georgia was. But man, winning a game like that, getting us all the way to number 2 in the nation now, it just seems so crazy to say, because like, after the whole receiver core ended up going into the NFL draft, the media thought coming into the season, since our team was basically completely different, our receivers were a lot worse, our whole talent just overall was just worse. They thought we'll be bad. But after beating number 2 Georgia, like that right there is just crazy in itself. And I feel like this season, especially for me, is a prove it season. Because I'm going to have to prove that I can be that guy that I was last year, but without all that talent I had at wide receiver. And I know that for sure, I'm still that guy. Ain't nothing stopping me. But now that we are number 2 ranked in the nation right now, we just got to make sure that we stay on this track and just stay locked in to the fullest this entire season. Because this could be the year where we can have a chance at getting to that national championship. And on the way, we're going to play some tough teams like playing Georgia, and we beat them. And after beating them, there's no team that we should lose to. Like the team we're currently playing right now, Rice. I mean, this is just a team that we got to dominate against. And so far, that's exactly what we're doing. We're up 14-0. They end up locking us up a little bit, got to 39, but they forgot I got legs and I'm going to use them things. They made our way all the way up to the goal line first and go run that thing up the middle. Touchdown, 3-score lead now. We are already up 4 scores right now. Rice just can't get nothing moving. We ain't showing no signs of slowing down, throwing this deep bomb down the field to Jalen with an amazing pass and amazing catch for 49 yards. Then on 2nd and goal, running the ball up the middle to go ahead, make this a 5-score lead before halftime. Like, it's tough. They came to our crib and we completely dominated. Did exactly what we needed to do. Like I said, that boy Jalen with an eye, he's going to have his bounce back game, and he did. 215 yards and a touchdown. And now, in this game against Vanderbilt, surprisingly, they ended up picking up a couple sacks, getting us to 3rd and 16, but I'm picking all them yards back up, getting this first down. Now look, the way I see Jalen with the eye, I just feel like anytime I pass him the ball, he'll be able to get his hands on it. But this time, I might have put too much trust in my arm and in him and threw a pick. And so with that pick and the opportunity that they got, they end up taking the lead. But we finna go ahead and tie this thing back up, throwing this ball down the field to Jalen with the eye, breaking the tackle, getting into the end zone. Now, Vanderbilt, once they chance at beating us, they're going to have to take every opportunity that they got to keep the lead and keep on scoring after that. Because if they don't, yeah, we're going to take this game by storm and blow them out. Started the 2nd quarter. They got us a 3rd down, and we ran a screen play. And I ain't throw it because they was all over it. Instead, I decided to run, and I got some pretty good blocking right at the 1st down line to help me pick it up. But now that we're in the red zone, this Vanderbilt defense has really been locking in. They're not letting us get this 1st down. I'm trying to zip this thing to the seams, but I almost end up throwing another pick. After we got that 3, they end up getting 3-2. And something I'm realizing, this Vanderbilt defense really came to play. I mean, them DBs, they're playing pretty good defense. I can't find nobody to throw the ball to, so I decided to go ahead and pick up this 1st down on my own. Into about halfway of the field on 1st and 10, scrambling out to the right side, hitting my running back wide open, picking up this big 1st down and getting tackled. In the red zone, once again, they're playing some pretty good defense on us right now. And on 3rd and 8, I decided to go ahead and scramble myself. I could have gave it to my running back maybe, but I decided to go ahead and scramble when I could not pick up the 1st down. Just inches short. This time, though, they didn't end up getting any points. We got a minute left to try to get some points. And on 1st and 10, I decided to give them the ball back and give them another chance to try to, tie the game up or take the lead. I don't know what's got into me. I don't know why I'm making these dumb reads, throwing these dumb passes, but on 1st and 10, I'm gonna make up for it. Throwing this deep down the field to Jalen with an eye. That boy is just way too fast. He's getting to the end zone, taking the lead before the second half. They end up getting the ball at half, scoring a touchdown. We're down 4 points and on 1st and 10. That boy came off that edge and got me for a -9-yard sack. Somehow, I gotta pick up this first down, and I do. My boy Nick hit that boy with the nasty route, got the first down, broke a tackle, but then got laid out. Jalen with an eye, he's in the slide, and I'm hitting him in the seams, a little bit to the outside so he can catch that ball, break a tackle, and then finally get taken down. Getting to 1st and goal, run this ball up the middle, and that running back's getting in there for the touchdown to go ahead and take the lead back. Now, Vanderbilt is playing like a ranked team. They're 2-2, but I guess the record does not show how good they really are. 2nd and 10, I'm trying to get this first down myself, and I do just that, but I fumbled. Another turnover. At some point, the turnovers just have to stop. Picks, fumbles. I gotta stop this because, yeah, I might be Georgia, but when we get to the bigger games like the conference or even the national championship, these things cannot happen. Gotta figure it out. But lucky for me, my defense is amazing. They end up getting a stop, and now we got a chance to go ahead and take the lead. Eventually, I need to stop turning the ball over because it just sucks just sitting there, walking to the bench after turning the ball over. Because I know at that point, there's nothing I can do about it. I just gotta hope and believe that my defense get that stop. I mean, most of the time they do, but what if they don't? And not only that, I gotta get right. Because if that happens in a bigger game, I'd be so mad at myself. But it's just crazy that no matter how many times I make bad plays, I still make bigger plays on offense that basically makes up for it. Made it all the way here to the goal line at the 1-yard line on 2nd and goal, run this ball up the middle, touchdown, taking the lead. And this time, they could not score a touchdown to take the lead back. And all we got to do is waste the time now. But running the ball every play just wasn't working. They was all over that. And now it's 3rd and 4. I can't find nobody to throw the ball to, trying to scramble, but I just barely get tackled by my shoelaces. And now I'm in a situation where I got to do a money drive. 1 minute left in this game, down 4 points. Can I get down the field and score a touchdown? I'm already picking up this big game with my legs. Can we finish the drive? On 1st and 10, I'm running out to the right side, just waiting until I see Jalen with eye open. He did end up getting open. The safety chose who he wanted to guard. And Jalen with the eyes picking up this big game, getting almost to the 2. Now, they've been playing some pretty good defense here, but I'm going to go ahead and scramble, pick up this touchdown myself, taking that hole, getting into the end zone. As happy as I wanted to be at that moment, I had to wait for that happiness to come out for real until here we get this stop in this game. This time, it was Jalen with an eye getting player of the game, 8 catches, 240 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Now, so far throughout the season, we've been playing pretty well. I mean, other than the little, bumps that I done caused, we're 4-0, number 2 in the nation. And coming into this game to Kentucky, we should beat them by a lot. After that huge run I just picked up, we're all the way here in the red zone already. And I can't find nobody to throw the ball to, so I decided to scramble. And almost got tackled, but I broke that tackle and got in the end zone. I really feel like Kentucky is disrespecting me and the fact that I have legs. Like, I'm going to use them if you do not have a QB spy out there that's fast enough to keep up with me. I mean, like, who is this guy? He is not keeping up with me. He's way too big, and I'm trucking one of their DBs too. On the verge here in the red zone on 2nd and 10, hitting my tight end, Nick into the end zone. That's a dot. Defense is playing amazing right now. We're up 14-0 and running the read option. I decided to keep it for myself. Throwing that DB down to the ground on 1st and 10, getting all the way down the field, and I'm sliding down. Whole offense is just moving smooth like butter against this defense right now. They just can't hold none of us. As soon as we run the ball, it's easy yards. Passing the ball, easy yards. 3rd and goal, Jalen with the eyes on a goal line fade, and I decided to throw that ball up. He beat that DB. I wanted him to dunk on him, but he got the tud anyway. First half ain't over yet, but we're up 24-6 right now, and I almost end up giving them the ball back on 1st and 10, but luckily, he's trash. He couldn't pick it off. I don't care what the score is. I'm trying to score before the second half. 36 left, and I see Jalen with an eye, and the safety decided to choose the other guy, and I'm getting it to him. He's in the end zone. At this point, I probably could sit down, let the guy on the bench come in the game and, do a little bit. But at this point, I might as well just keep on getting stats if I want to win that Heisman. Picking up this big gain to 22 yards. And then on 3rd and inches, letting the running back run the ball. Just pick up this first down. That's all you got to do. But he ended up fumbling. I mean, the game's over. It don't really matter. But, yeah, we getting out of here. I believe this might be the most rushing yards I had in the game, 133. Surprisingly, I didn't have more than that before, but I mean, it makes sense. I've been throwing that ball. Jalen with an eye, he's going for that Bolitnikoff, 165 and 3 touchdowns. He's getting that. We have now become the #1 ranked team in the nation. And surprisingly enough, playing against Arkansas, who is 1-4. Now, I'm not going to let their record at all make me feel differently about them because I know that they're a very good team. So, playing against a team that I respect, I'm just going to have to make sure I stay on my A game. And on 1st and 10, they only sent one pass rusher, which gave me enough time to wait for the perfect moment to throw this ball. And it's a touchdown to my boy Sampson. We end up getting a stop. We're on the side of the field once again. 2nd and 16, doing a QB wrap. I'm picking up a good amount of yards and sliding down before I get killed. 3rd and 7, and this O-line right here, they're blocking very, very well. I mean, it's only 2 people pass rushing right now. Though I did show some pretty good pocket presence, waiting for this guy to get open. I got Jalen with an eye open, getting the 1st down. You know, 1st and goal, trying to run a play action, but they end up getting back there. I had to run the opposite way. Luckily, I was able to outrun him and just barely get into the end zone, fighting for that tug. Our defense is as locked in as they'll ever be. That boys are holding Arkansas to 0 points so far, and on 3rd and 5, we on their side of the field. At least we making it there, and I'm scrambling out to the right side, picking up this 1st down and more, and I'm trying to keep getting more, but I end up getting tackled. And then on 1st and 10, we're in the play action. My boy Nick is on the corner route, and I'm just waiting for him because I know he's going to get open. He does. That's a touchdown. 3-score lead. So far, it's the 2nd quarter, beginning of it. We're doing great. 21-3, but on 3rd and 15, you know I just gotta throw my pick when we up a good amount in the game, and I do just that. And now they're kind of back in the game. We're up 28-16, and they done, you know what I'm saying, caught a little stride on offense, and on defense, they kind of found a little method or whatever. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like as soon as I hiked this ball, they was already on me, and I tried to scramble out to the left side, but it's raining right now, and I end up tripping over my own feet, and I got sacked for a safety. But they didn't do anything with it. It's a 10-point game now because of me. Of course, we got 2 minutes left though in this 1st half to try to get some points and extend this lead before the 2nd half, and I'm getting out of bounds after picking up this 1st down. 2nd and 10, you can call this an error on the defense, or you could just call this one of the greatest dots you've ever seen. Somehow, this actually wasn't picked off. Hey man, it might just be a dot, and we got the 1st down. That time is going down. We got a minute left here in the 1st half, and on 1st and 10, I'm immediately finna scramble out to the right side. I'm gonna end up picking up this 1st down, but as soon as I pick it up, I'm getting pushed out of bounds. Now it's 1st and goal. I'm surveying the field, and I decide to go ahead and scramble out to the left side, burning every single D lineman and getting into the end zone, extending this lead. We can't lose this game. Great stop by the defense. This gives us another chance to go ahead and make this lead even more. And I threw this ball down the field. I felt like it was a dot, but obviously it wasn't. He dropped the ball, and it fell right into the defense's hands. Like, I mean, at that point, like, what am I supposed to do? I feel like I put that thing on the money. But unfortunately for them, they couldn't do nothing with the ball when they got it. Our defense is just too good. We're the #1 ranked team in the nation for a reason. And it's mainly thanks to our defense being as great as they've been. Now we're all the way here in the red zone on 3rd and 1. You can go ahead and put a fork in after this touchdown. Alright, so yeah, now it's clear to me why they're 1-4 and why they're no longer ranked. Because we were able to just put on a show against them boys. It's really crazy the fact that we're having such a great season. I mean, nobody expected us to have a season like this. I mean, in the media, like I said, when we lost our receivers, they thought that we would fall off. So they was expecting me to have the sophomore slump, but so far, I mean, I'm having a very good season. Yeah, I'm throwing a lot more turnovers than I was before, but plays like this with my boy Jalen with an eye. That touchdown right there, that boy just broke the school record for the most receiving touchdowns in a career, and he's only a sophomore. Only halfway through the season too. Crazy. Sure that throughout this season, we stay level-headed, because yeah, we might be the #1 ranked team in the nation, but as soon as we lose one game, you already know how far we could fall, especially losing to a team like this, so we can't lose this. So I'm trying to survey the field, but it's taking me a little bit too long, and I end up getting hit behind the line, but at least I got that ball out before I got sacked. And then on 3rd and 6, I was thinking about scrambling out to the right side, but I saw my receiver or tight end sitting there wide open in the flats, and he ended up picking up the 1st down. But Tennessee, they are not trying to let us score a touchdown here. They got the 3rd down again, and this time they sent a blitz at me. Hit me, but I still got the ball out, so I ain't get sacked, but we're going to have to settle for 3. Defense got to stop. It's the beginning of the second quarter now, and on 2nd and 7, I decided to go ahead, hike the ball, and immediately scrambling out to the right side. I'm trying to use my running back as a blocker, but the guy didn't realize what I was doing. I was running, I was not trying to pass that ball at all, picking up a 24-yard rush. And once again here in the red zone, Tennessee is just playing some very good red zone defense. I'm trying to scramble, end up getting sacked. We got set for 3 again. Well, we actually did not end up going for 3. Special teams tried to fake the field goal and try to pick up the first down or a touchdown, and they didn't end up getting it. But good thing defense is amazing. They end up stopping them. We got the ball back 2nd and 7. I'm taking this all the way into the red zone. And yet again, we are struggling. Struggling to try to get this ball into the end zone against Tennessee. They're playing amazing defense in the red zone. It's the second half now. We're up 13-10 right now, and it's just crazy. We really have not been able to score that much in the red zone, but this time we're gonna have to just find a way, because eventually they might start scoring. And we do find a way. Here on 1st and goal, my boy Omega Blake ran a corner route, found him in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. There we go. Man, it's just crazy right now. Tennessee's defense isn't really playing too bad. It's just the fact that our defense is just way better than theirs is, and they just can't get down the field at all. They only got 3 points, and we finna make our way down the field again. This Tennessee defense has been playing very well. It's 3rd and 8 now, and we're finally doing something we never really done. We're running the bubble screen, and this play worked way more than I expected it to work. Amazing blocking, and Landon Sanchez in there for the tug. 34-10. They finally found a way to score a touchdown. 7 minutes left in this game, and I'm trying to get this to Landon Sampson. I thought he was going to keep on running across the field, but instead, he stopped in the middle of his route and is picked off. What was he doing? Now look, out of all the picks I done thrown, this one I will not accept. He just got to keep running. We could have had that first down, but it don't really matter. We won the game anyway. All in all, though, a pretty good game, though. 400 yards passing, 4 touchdowns with about 50 yards rushing. Jalen with an eye, 139 yards and a touchdown. Started this season, ranked number 9. And now halfway through the season, we're the number 1 ranked team in the nation. And not only that, I'm number 1 in the Heisman race, looking to get my second one back to back. And just look at the stats I'm putting up halfway through the season. I already got more picks than I had last year, but it's cool. I'm doing a lot of things. And that includes rushing this year. I had about 800 rushing yards last year. I already have 700. I'm probably going to end up with more than 1,200, something like that. And my guy, Jalen with an eye, 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. And we really don't have a receiver, too. The other people are just splitting it all up. And number 1 in the whole nation is obviously Jalen with an eye. He's going for that Bolitnikov. And I'm going to make sure he get it.